Hello, I'm here. Oh my goodness. I had coffee, so I should be awake this entire time. Ha. This is not going to be a long stream. I mean, like, I'm thinking, like, I don't know, ESO for like an hour, and then Overwatch for an hour, maybe? And maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. I see me ending around 3. And then I'll probably nap until 5, and then wake up. And I don't know, make foods. I had a dentist appointment to go to, but I kind of canceled it because everything's still kind of, everything's not really frozen, but there's still a lot of oops, this doesn't count as a library finishing, does it? I don't think it does. Oh my god, it does. Okay, I guess it would say books if it meant books. But yeah, I canceled my dentist appointment because things like kind of melted today and they're gonna like refreeze. So I'll still be able to go to work most likely, but going all the way to the dentist is probably a no-go. So I'm hoping to get that I asked to kind of like reconsider when I'm gonna do that. Eh. Oof, oh my goodness. That's somebody that wants a long play session with strangers. Does anyone use the zone one? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do, I can do like logs, and then I'll just do a dungeon. That should give me those things for the merchants. So like Seals of Endeavor aren't going away, but they're just being called seals, because Endeavors are gonna be going away. So that doesn't make any sense to keep the name. I mean, I might have a survey. If I don't have it on my person, I have it in the bank.
I love harvesting runestones.
Well, I do have a Westfield Woodworker survey. And it is... man, okay, so it's that one place. I could have sworn I did all these, but I guess not. It is close to the Meridia's Shrine. It's like just... like right here or something? I could have sworn I did all of them. Yes, Leaf, you are first. You know, people still do that on YouTube. They're still like first. And then someone's like, no one cares. And, you know, the first YouTube comment wasn't even first. The first YouTube comment was, interesting. I think that was it. That's what you were referencing? Okay. I mean, I guess I kind of assumed so. Okay, let's see if I really do remember where to find this. I do know it's by the shrine. Hello, little Hadalid friend. I'm thinking this still counts. Well, this is not part of it, but this will help me out. Hi guys, I didn't want to piss you off. Oh, I should have let that thing hit me. Ow. Okay, it's around here somewhere.
Street urchin golden rule. Never pass up an unattended pack.
Okay, but where is the unattended pack? Again, should have let it hit me. I don't see... I mean, I guess these are unattended. This is unattended, but it's empty. Come on, Ember, you gotta be more specific. Oh. Thank you.
You're brave, reaching in there like that. Good eye. I didn't even see that runestone at first.
I know it's around here somewhere. I know it is. I recall it being by the Meridia Shrine. I just don't remember what location. I don't remember if it was south of the shrine. Do I think the first dinosaur stood up right and went first?
I wish I could paint. This
Yes.
would make quite the picture.
And then the second dinosaur was like, no one cares. Wamasu. I need to clean my mouse. Dang it. Okay. Maybe just north of it? I now remember why I didn't do this. I didn't do it because I kept it for future endeavors, which is what I'm doing right now. It's just that I can't seem to actually find it. There's a chest, not what I'm looking for, but... And the first dinosaur gets abruptly eaten by a super salamander because the first dinosaurs were small.
Nice find.
Lost Planet
Good
2
default
vibes.
charm, aren't they?
Nice. Clothier, that's a no. It's gotta be like, maybe it's just to the west. So maybe it's over here. I know. You listen to the Lost Planet 2 soundtrack all the time? The, like, the speech track is the best one. I was listening to that probably like a month ago or so. Like, the music that plays when you're, like, dropping down from space back to Earth and you're, like, shooting at all the asteroids. And the guy is doing, like, the big speech over the intercom. That's the best track. Hello, monkeys. Sorry, did not mean to wake up the ogre. Go back to sleep. This is annoying. I specifically found it, and I was like, now that I know where it is, I'm never gonna forget. And now look at me. What have I done? I remember going, oh, it's by this landmark. I will never forget that. And so I go to the landmark, and I can't find it. Okay, I gotta center myself. The Acrid X track. Is that the, I think that's the one that you fight in the city? If I recall correctly. Because the Overg is the final boss, so that's not it. Yeah, man, how do I remember that? God. It's like a 15 years. My favorite boss, if it wasn't the huge salamander, what do they call it? The something gaunt. If it wasn't that, then it was definitely the like the sound ones. The ones that would like listen for you. And you like had to not make a single sound or they would blast you. They would be like bing 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 like with their ears, and then like if they heard a single thing, a single sound, they would like either blast you or charge you, and you go flying. And like doing that on multiplayer was hilarious. Just like don't make a sound, don't make a sound, and then you like someone would accidentally press a key input, and then you just see them go flying. It's funny. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm like... Maybe I should try here. Maybe I'm going too far. Oh, but the train one was amazing too, though. Like the red eye or whatever they called it. I think it was a red eye. You know, it's like chasing and taking off the train, like bits of the train as it goes along. Just like chop. I didn't get anywhere near having like all the guns unlocked. I wasn't really like a completionist. We just kind of picked it up to play. Oh, thank God. Here it is. Okay, so it is directly. It is to the west. I was right about that. Almost done with the Endeavor. Okay, so now we got 2 of those. And again, I'm going to do what Past Me did and hold on to them for Endeavors. Of course, we're not going to have Endeavors for much longer, but, you know. The train level, I'm trying to, no, this was the beginning of the Sonic creature level. I think because it was like after the train is like destroyed by the Red Eye, and you're with the group that just needs to like land in a desert town. We kept dying on that boss, so we kept seeing the cutscene repeatedly. So a mix of like us wanting to do the boss over and over, and also us being forced to do the boss over and over, made that cutscene kind of a meme with like me and my siblings. Because like the beginning of the cutscene is just the guy narrating, saying that they had been flying around for hours. We've been flying around for hours. And so I like to incorporate that into different... We've been waiting around for hours. We've been walking around for hours. Yeah, the energy weapons, they were so good. I like the big like classic Capcom weapons that you could just like the huge ones that you can carry, lug around and just smack stuff with. Just like, ugh, just like, how can I carry these things? They are just way too large. Classic Capcom free. Sorry, hold on. Okay. So it's 2.
I was beginning to think this fight was hopeless. The great shadow.
So, like, I was surprised I didn't have to go to work on Wednesday. But when I, you know, worked today, or yesterday, I guess. Because it's after midnight. When I was working on Thursday, I was thinking to myself, oh wow, I might not have been able to do Wednesday because a lot of areas were really still frozen and incredibly slippery. I mean, it hit somewhere on 60 degrees or something, and all that ice was still holding up in the shade. So there were certain areas that I was having trouble in. I had trouble with them like all day. And I was thinking, if I'm having trouble today, I would have had trouble, obviously, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I think they made the right call. Yeah, that ice holds in the shade. It's crazy.
Rogero Oko.
But yeah, now I just work today, and we're back to the weekend, which is kind of why I'm streaming tonight, just because I'm like, Might as well just keep it going and do a solid week. So, that being said, this will not be a long stream. I'm thinking about doing a dungeon and then doing a bit of Overwatch and then napping at 3. I had a big thing of coffee to keep me awake, but it's hard to keep me awake. I am a sleepy force to be reckoned with. I can like fall asleep anywhere. At just about any time. I've been streaming like every day this week too. Yep. I mean, coming like actually when I'm done today, it'll be a week because I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is Thursday's stream, even though obviously we've crossed over into Friday at this point, and I will be streaming Friday. So this will probably give me my endeavor anyway. Yeah, there it is. Well, we'll still do a dungeon and anyway. Crap. Wait, no. That's my special writ. Never mind.
Ember the Sorcerer reporting for duty.
All right. So let's give it a go. Do a random normal. This will be a base game, no doubt. I'm gonna get City of Ash 2. It doesn't have to be a base game, I have a hunch. Blah. You know, I bet that was City of Ash 2. We'll never know now. Let's just say I was right. Yeah, I used to stream daily even when I worked retail. I don't know how I did that. I literally just have no idea. Like, when I worked retail, my schedule was all over the place. Sometimes I would have to leave work and be back in like 7 hours, you know? Like 7 or 8 hours. Because I'd be like off at 11, maybe back in at like 6. Balsanar. I haven't been here in a while. It has been a while. I mean, this dungeon came out in 2023. No. Please tell me that's not the fucking tank. It's the fucking tank. Did they left, didn't they? It says they're offline, but I bet they're not even in the group. I bet they're not. I bet they just, like, abandoned us here because they didn't want the dungeon. Like, what are the odds? Like, they literally just accepted the invite. Now they're not here. But they could have DC'd on the loading screen, I guess. We'll give it some time. But I don't like the feeling I'm getting. I've had all too many tanks just straight up leave, abandon everyone because they didn't get the dungeon they wanted when they randomly queued or whatever. It's like, what is with you? It's like that guy that wanted to do no death on March of Sacrifices on the UESP stream. No death, March of Sacrifices, and we were pugging it, like it was a random veteran dungeon. He hops in and he's like, guys, we're doing no death. When someone died, he left. No, please don't leave. Come on, man, don't leave. Just wait a little bit longer. Don't. I see you. Open the menu. Why do you keep doing that? Okay, I'll give them a minute, and if they don't show back up, then I'm requeuing. But getting a tank is gonna be a fucking pain. You also have a giant thing of coffee? I don't drink my coffee hot. I always get iced coffees. I don't know. Iced coffees are just really good to me. Hi, Blad. You want a chocolate mocha latte? That does sound good. Like, if I had, like, a hot coffee that was, like, very, like, sweet. Not super sweet, not terribly sweet, but, like, decently sweet. I'd be okay with that. But... Come on, Yeah. Chocolate caramel cappuccino does sound good. At this time, I just have water. I think it's probably been long enough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's I think our other DPS might be AFK, I don't know. But I can't queue unless everyone votes. Is it time for Weather Watch? Not yet. No, I'd like this, I'd like to finish Bolsonaro. I haven't been here in forever. I'd also like to start Bolsonaro, you know? No. Fuck. They just said sorry, but I'm out. Great. Then why'd you just walk out? Why'd you... I fucking knew it. I knew they were gonna leave. Wait, where'd the other guy go? Wait, why? Why? Wait, oh no, wait. Wait, Robbie's left. The other guy left, not... Oh, so the person who walked out literally just walked out. And Robbie's actually left, it wasn't that... It's a fucking... Okay. If I get Wayward Sewers, I'm gonna lose my mind. You're gonna watch me lose my mind.
Fine, but we need to eat. You're impossible. Though, a hot meal might be nice.
Yeah, I better not be March's sacrifices either. Eesh. Okay, this check isn't gonna pass. I don't think. It's been a while, I guess, but it's not anything special. I bet that freaking tank left on purpose. I bet they just like went offline because they were like, oh, this is what I wanted. I've seen tanks do it. They might have literally just they might have actually left the group and it just didn't register or something. Because I've just seen so many tanks just like randomly try to get a dungeon, they don't get the one they want, and they abandon the team because they know that they're gonna have the fastest queues in the game, so they can just keep spamming it, you know? I think this is the sister dungeon to March of Sacrifices, isn't it? I could be wrong. It's got that vibe. No, wait, no. Yes? It might have been. Bloodroot Forge was? You're right. Yeah, that makes more sense. Wait. Bloodroot Forge was... Was it Bloodroot Forge and March of Sacrifices? Or was it Bloodroot Forge and Falkreath? It was Bloodroot Forge and Falkreath, wasn't it? Then what was March of Sacrifices? Oh, March of Sacrifices was March of Sacrifices and also Moongrave Fane. No, Moonhunter Keep. That's what it was. It was March of Sacrifices and Moonhunter Keep. That's what it was. I'm just now remembering. Moonhunter Keep. Yeah. That was before my time. All that was before my time. So. All right. I hope you have a good sleep. Wasn't it the Wolf Hunter update? I don't remember the name, actually. This is such a messed up boss. You're probably thinking, it's just a mammoth, like, you fight creatures all the time. But hold on. Moongrave Fane has Lair of Marsalok. Yeah. Because that was elsewhere. Anyway, this is where the boss gets messed up. They literally light the mammoth on fire. Like, they light the mammoth on fire. I don't think you'd see this in modern ESO. Not extinct here, but you know. Sorry, man.
Gurund didn't send you locked down from Sovngarde, I hope. We owe you. Torek, prepare them for what's to come. Stone watch over you.
Let's see, and then there's Cradle of Shadows and Mazatoon, right? Cradle of Shadows and Mazatoon were both sister dungeons to each other. Hi, Darklight. It was a good mammoth. It just was treated bad. Shadows of the Hiss. And then Feast of Shadows also had an Argonian themed dungeon. Nash Kaldish. This dungeon is such a pain on Vet. Like, the AoEs are a nightmare. I've done the HM though, I believe. I think I have. Unfortunately, this dungeon means that like all of Skyrim can't be available to explore because this immediately makes Falkreath unaccessible, right? It'd be kind of weird. Last spot on Vet is brutal. It's fun though. Grovel! I was just looking at the guild chat for the UESP, and someone had said that no matter how hard they try, they can't seem to like the Fate Carver beam from the Arcanists. They said it just doesn't seem like the Elder Scrolls, which I don't fully understand. I mean, like, if you can shoot lightning out of your hands, why not shoot a big magic beam out of a book? Because generally, lightning does not come out of your hands. And generally, big beams of magic energy don't come out of books. But it's the Elder Scrolls, so I don't get it. Maybe they mean like gameplay-wise, but even gameplay-wise, it's like then you've never played Skyrim, where you can just hold down like lightning.
No more cowering in your hole, North swine.
You'd grovel the dragons if you had me on HM. I'm way too tired for HM right now. This boss, I hope it's not still bugged. I haven't been here in maybe 2 years. I don't know. There's a lot of dungeons. Delivered. Let's see, Darklight gets it. Okay, here comes the boss. No, they're going to the... Someone's got it, and they don't know what to do. It's this guy. No, I guess he had it. I don't know why it took forever to go through. Shit, I touched the fucking wall. I was just trying to get away after rezzing and I hit the wall. Listen, I shouldn't even been rezzing in the first place, so I don't even feel bad. Like, people just refuse to res. I should not be rezzing because it puts me in danger, and because I was rezzing, I was put in danger and I had to get out of it last second. This is where it put me, so I literally do not blame myself in the slightest. Oh, okay. This one right here then?
Bones as a trophy.
He's got such a long death line. Like, he's just like wheezing as he's just been defeated. So after this is Halls of the Dead, and then final boss. There's a boss inside Halls of the Dead. he's just chattering as he's on the ground. His mouth's still moving. It's creepy. He also kind of looks like a Halloween decoration. Alright, here we are. Hall of the Dead. There's a mechanic here where you can sanctify the dead.
Honor dead. They are not beasts. They are vermin. I will protect these people. The
there's a fun little Easter egg here that I don't know if I'll be able to do. I think there might be an achievement for it, but I got it ages ago. But essentially, yeah, so you want to collect this, this, like, sanctification thing, and you find these Draugr, and you can sanctify their souls, freeing them. But you have to have the AoE, otherwise you can't do it. So see, they're sanctifying. Alright, so here we go. This boss. I think this is Skirelmore. He's got to get up though. Come on, man, get up. Come on, bro. He's not waking up. Okay, here he goes.
Wake, little Jarl. See how your kingdom burns. Reap your vengeance.
Usurpers! This is my home, and no other!
Okay, so this is gonna be really, really quick because we're on normal. So we're just gonna really try our hardest, I think, just to burn. But the thing is, so he does a huge, powerful AoE. I think it's even pretty bad on normal. But we're gonna try to get him killed before that. Yeah. Okay. Good. Now, see, he's dead. Right. If you grab the sanctification and you sanctify him, he's got a line for it. So he responds to you, like, sanctifying the corruption and bringing him to Sovngarde. But you don't have to do that. It's just, like, if you choose to. We've got a little bit more here, but not much. It's just this little corner, and then final boss. Which is honestly probably one of the most iconic bosses in the game. Okay, more sanctification. There we go. These are not the boss. They're just outside the boss chamber. He's an earthbender, or an earthbinder, my bad. Oh yeah, that's right, the cutscene.
I said to keep the fight out there. You aren't my guards, nor are you leechmen. We've won then.
It's mine. Vulture's birds.
Squash. The Jarl is like, it's just an absolute just waste. Like he doesn't even care. Like he just doesn't care if everyone's dying. He just wants to stay in his own little place. He's just kind of like, hey, if there's gonna be a war, you keep it out there. Keep it away from me, because I don't care about my people. Okay, so he's constantly going to be using attacks that bring you in and out. He's got attacks on the outer ring and the inner ring, which isn't too unique, but this is. He will yell grovel, and then any, basically, like, you would be hit with a massive amount of damage unless you are hiding behind a pillar, and even then, if you're hiding behind a pillar and you don't take the damage, the pillar itself gets destroyed and cannot be reused for a later grovel attack. So honestly, primarily you want to have as many people as possible stacking at one pillar, but you know, we're on normal, no one really is trying that. This attack right here, post grab, is also very powerful because the game expects everyone to be very up close to him, and they're taking immense amounts of damage. Another grovel, here we go. Okay. Also, keep in mind that that we're on normal here. On veteran, especially like HM, God, this guy's a pain. All right. The guy said he wanted the heavy pieces. That's pillar, right? Oh, hey. That's interesting. It kept my stuff. I really hope that wasn't the guy that wanted the Pillar of Nirn, because I have Pillar of Nirn. Ooh, 5 XP. 5 XP. Good, good, good.
My father, Jarl Skuromor, is dead. But Falkreath lives another day.
Oh. No, it's Pillar of Nirn is actually medium.
Jarl?
But I do have one heavy.
Then let it be known on this day that these warriors stand as my thanes, and their deeds shall be sung in my realm for generations to come.
Long live Jarl Skurolmor. Long live the saviors of Falkreath.
I could have sworn Pillar of Nirn was it, but yeah, I guess Pillar is actually the medium set, but it's also very well prized. Yeah, now that I'm looking at Pillar of Nirn's stats, which I actually didn't really know, it makes sense that it's the medium set. I really did not know what it did. Anyway, GG. It's been a while since I've been in here. At least it wasn't much for sacrifices, but still pretty good. You look how many pillars we went through. Well, I guess we didn't
Ember
go
the
through too
Sorcerer
many. But...
reporting for duty.
Okay, Ember, you threw off my groove for some reason. We used 3, but that's why you want to have everyone like when we're doing HM. We would like make sure to get the right pillars because you would run out of pillars fast. So you'd be like, you know, pillar closest to the door and then move clockwise, right? And you don't want it because if you have someone who's in the wrong place at the wrong time and you hear grovel and they panic and go for like a pillar on the other side of the arena, then you don't have that pillar for later on. You've just used 2 pillars and that's just like, you know, you probably aren't going to damage him down fast enough to survive off losing 1 pillar like that. So it's just very intense. Obviously way more intense than it looked when on normal, but okay. Obviously I expect Friday's stream to be much longer, but we're gonna be going to Overwatch. I also gotta open my mail for my daily dungeon bonus. Okay. I'll see you guys in a second. Thank you guys so much for watching the ESO portion of the stream. we will be right back to it tomorrow. We will have another 3 streams in a row. I forget if it's UESP day or not. I don't remember. I think it is. So I'll be doing like 4 streams over the course of the weekend instead. So I gotta think about what I'm gonna do for that. So give me a second. I will get that ready. Sorry, it's White Strike. I was muted. I can't. I'm just. I completely forgot. The White Strikes, which means that I gotta get my tickets. I forgot to unmute myself. Oh, why me? I just logged back in on Clouds because I was pressing enter to free up my window so I could click on the outside, and look what I just did. You know what? I'll try to do this on Clouds, because, like, why not? No, I won't. Really glad that loads fast. I guess I wasn't thinking about it because like this has been a weird week, you know. I have been working all week, and obviously it's like, oh, I remember to do White Strikes because I'm always playing with mom and dad, and then I go back to playing by myself, and my brain just loses track. On my old streams, when White Strikes was Mid-Year Mayhem. This was, and by old streams, I mean ancient, in terms of my channel. Like, my earliest streams. I remember, like, crossing the Cyrodiil countryside, playing, like, John Denver in the background, as I was, like, I was doing scouting missions back then, because I didn't know about Shadenhall stuff. So I had like huge treks to make, and I would listen to that. I'm sure I got in trouble. Like, you know, I got my VODs muted. I don't do that anymore. I mean, not on, like, not live, because that gets me in trouble. I want to risk it. This goes to me, to my brain. Huh. Oh, okay. To my brain, John Denver is like traveling music, because it's what we would always listen to on our road trips. We did a lot of road trips over my 30 years of living. So many. So I just associate the two, right? And I mean, nothing. It was very road trippy, right? Because you're going across Cyrodiil, going through all these environments on your mount, only to have some jackass kill you while you were like almost there, and then just piss you off. God, I'm really glad I found Shadenhall. But that was my message. Facebook Messenger. When we were here the other day, we encountered someone from Daggerfall Covenant and someone from Eldrazi Dominion. One of them, I forgot which, but one of them ran like right up close to me in my face and was clearly not meaning any harm. We were just like jumping up and down to talk to each other, and I was like, "Sup?" You know, obviously we can't talk to each other, but body language. I was like, "Sup?" Mom and Dad are like losing their minds, like they're watching me, like as a child, like petting a rabid dog or something. They're like, "Ah, get away, what are you doing, what's wrong with you?" And I'm like, he doesn't mean any harm, like literally, like he's just doing his tickets. It's like what we are, we're just doing our tickets, you know, like, I know what I'm doing. And the other guy definitely saw us, just didn't get anywhere near us. Definitely more intimidating to see 3 players, so.
I'd be happy to look after you.
You had to look after a lot of people's goods. Anyway, has anyone here really gotten a good look at the Tamriel Tome system? It's on the PTS, and apparently it's a little bit of a simplified version of it. But I've spent some time looking at it,
Good to see you.
trying to decide what I think.
Nigeria.
So basically, here's how it works to my understanding. Tamriel Tomes is, it's a battle pass system, and there are 3 tiers. I'm sure you guys know what a battle pass system is, so I'm not going to bother explaining that. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate this guy. I've encountered him before. Motherfucker. Anyway, Battle Pass system, you guys understand how that works, but it's a little bit different. There's going to be 3 tiers. There's going to be a free tier, which will have rewards as you're used to, like, your, seals. They're not going to be called Seals of Endeavor, they're just called seals. You'll have, like, alliance points. You'll have various things like that, and those will all be on the free tier still, so you're still going to be getting Seals of Endeavor and stuff. But then you have a paid tier, which is $15, and the paid tier is, like, you know, obviously just the pass. You get everything, you get stuff in there. The preview that we currently have has a multi-rider mount, 2 outfit styles, a personality, and, like, other additional goodies in it. But those were the big ones. Some people say that they think this is a simplified version, so it might be, there might be more stuff in, like, the final version of it. Or maybe there might be more stuff in later editions. I don't know. But that's what it is. So, essentially, the way that you progress it is you're given little you're given 5 things to do a week, a lot like weekly endeavors, right? And once you do those things, you get points that you can use to buy things on each, like, tier of the pass. So you're not forced to do it in order. You can kind of select whichever ones you feel comfortable with. So it's kind of like Fortnite in that way, where you can just grab, you have to, like, do it a page at a time, but you can grab things depending on like, oh, I want this one first and this one. So that's at your own personal decision. Now, and then there's the third tier is the premium bonus tier. Now this is the final tier. It literally doubles the price, and it is $30 instead of $15. What do you get for the additional $15? It has a special, unique cosmetic. So basically, I see it the exact same way as the crate bundles. I'm sure you're all very familiar with crate bundles, where you see something like a polymorph. If you buy a zillion crates, and you're often telling yourself, well, that's not worth it, I don't really care about the polymorph, and so you don't buy the bundle. That's kind of how this is gonna be, right? You're gonna see the premium pass, and you're gonna go, okay, well, I don't really care about that cosmetic, so I'm not going to buy the bonus. And so that's how that's gonna work. I heard that once you like use the default pass a few times, you get a free bonus pass to spend or something. That's what I heard anyway. I don't know why that skeleton counted as 2 skeletons. So that's how that works. So there are 2 things. Battle passes will be limited, right? So if you're on the free tier and you miss out on a battle pass, you've missed out on the battle pass, and that is just kind of how it works. I think rewards might move into the Gold Coast Bazaar, but I think that's just kind of how it goes. If you pay for the battle pass, if you have like if you bought Dawn and Dusk or something like that, you keep that pass forever and you can complete it at your leisure. I don't know if you can choose what pass to finish. Why am I way over here? Whatever. Oh, I didn't know you guys could do that. You know what? This is fine. I don't even care. Because then I get to go back to base. Bloodport. So yeah, that's how that's gonna work. So if you buy it, you can complete it at your leisure. So you could like wait 5 years and probably, you know, still beat the same pass. But if it's like free, those free tiers are only gonna be available as the season is active. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know how long seasons are gonna be.
Good.
Actually, so I probably shouldn't make a comment on that. But we're getting 3 seasons
Leave that broken corpse.
a year, maybe 4. Actually, hold on. I don't know, because like they I think they want to be flexible with how many seasons they give us. So I'm not gonna say. But this year we are having 3 seasons. Wow, am I getting all this Soul's-On stuff? Soul's-On chests. I already have it, so I'll have to hold on to that. Nice. Alright, so that's done. I did it. God. I gotta actually leave. Firegrave, huh? Anyway, I guess all these things come in on the 9th of March. Is kind of where things start. Except the pass system will start in April, which I didn't really know. Mom had to remind me. She said something about, I thought it was supposed to be in early April. It's like, oh yeah, it is. So on the 2nd, I guess. Anyway, I'll just swap. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the ESO portion of the stream, and also the additional ESO portion of the stream. Give me a second to get Overwatch ready. I don't really know how long I'm going to be playing. It might be more like an hour, but we'll see. Because I'm going to be alone for this, but... I return. It was like a stream speed run. A stream run. Oh, gotta do Kings Row. I had visions of Midtown though, like it was on my mind, but it's gotta be Kings Row, right? Of course it would be. I sounded sarcastic there. I didn't mean to sound sarcastic. They got a Mercy. That was most unintentionally southernized sounding since I moved here 20 years ago. I was like, they got a Mercy? Lord have mercy. I remember when I moved to Texas, and again, 20 freaking years ago. Because, like, I was born in, oh god, I was born in Vegas, and, so, Vegas is very different from Texas. Not even the heat is the same, right? Vegas is a dry heat, and Dallas, very humid, you know? Different kinds of heat. I know I sound crazy, but I do prefer the humidity because I prefer like moisture being in the air over the dry desert. So when we moved here, I think like the first thing I said when I got out of the car 20 years ago, because this was like 2006. It was either 6 or early 7, but I'm pretty sure it was like spring of 6. I said, what is all this green stuff? It was obviously trying to be funny, as a 10-year-old, trying to be funny, because I was like looking at all the trees, right? All the trees and the grass. Because like, yeah, you had like palm trees and stuff in Vegas that were planted there, but for the most part, like everything feels artificial. In DFW, it's not really the case. Like, there's just so much greenery here. I mean, it's not like, you know, it ain't New England or whatever, but it's very, very lush compared to Vegas. So, and so, like, I mean, ever since then, hold on. There we go. Does this work, like, could that work like mid-trance, I wonder? I don't know. But yeah, I've never picked up on the southern accent, you know. It's never really happened. I'm not really around a lot of people with southern accents either, so I guess that's probably part of it. I just never picked it up. But I remember my cousin, when we had just moved here, he was like, y'all ride horses? Like, are there tumbleweeds and stuff? I literally don't know how much he was joking, how much he wasn't, but I think he was being genuine. Again, this was 20 freaking years ago, and he's younger than I am, so we were very, very young. He was like, are there tumbleweeds everywhere? And I was like, no, it just kind of looks like a place. Crap. Oh my god, I hit the platform. Whoa. Dang it. Second death. Never mind. I don't feel so bad. But yeah, ever since I moved here, in the springtime, our first spring, an insane storm welled up. I don't remember. Like, you could probably find out exactly when it was. Like, it probably wouldn't be very hard for us to find when that storm was, but I don't know. It was sometime in the spring, and like we're talking like a tornado, I believe, came from it, and winds are incredibly high. Rain is going sideways in the way like it's like something that I had only seen in movies. You know. It was insane. I should have been horrified, but I wasn't horrified. I mean, I guess it might have been. I wasn't really scared for a couple reasons, and I think it might have been because I had just moved there, and I had the things that I wanted with me, right? And I had my family with me, and I had the belongings I wanted with me, and I wasn't really frightened about losing my home because I just got it. Like we had a mobile home. It wasn't very big. Anyway, give me my play. What the fuck? See Overwatch experience. There I am though. There I am though. Now this makes sense. This makes sense. He did more damage. So yeah, there was a tornado warning, and we're all like, we get into our car and we have to drive to a tornado shelter, which is not that far away from where we live. So we were driving there, and we like picked up our neighbors on the way there. And I remember looking out the window and seeing like the sky was like green on the horizon. It was nuts. As a Vegas child, you know, we see like maybe overcast and also blue sky. You know, like cloudless blue sky. So the whole, obviously. So yeah, obviously, like when we came out of it, there was a lot of damage. Like one of our neighbor's trees completely fell over. Luckily, not on the house, but it was huge. At least it was huge to me when I was little. But it could have fallen on their house, and that would have been a lot of damage. But luckily, it did not. But they literally had to like cut the tree up. You know, I remember us doing work over there. It was a very powerful storm. I remember us watching the Weather Channel as it was like getting worse and worse and worse. I remember exactly what I was eating, and I had like this hash brown casserole. And so we decide, we're like, okay, well, we need to get out of here, right? Because it's getting pretty bad. So as we're like, as we're going, my sister was not there. She was out with friends, right? So she's not with us. She's out with friends, and obviously, like, we're worried, but we're just trying to survive. And so we are on our way out the door to go to the car to go to the tornado shelter, and I think the door like slammed open. I don't know if someone had loosened it or something, but I remember it slamming open like super loud, boom. And like you're looking outside, and you see the rain going sideways, and it's just so intense out there. And then the power begins to flicker, right? The power begins to flicker like crazy, and it makes like this stock sound of electricity. It's like, you know, it sounds like it's like a cheap sound effect, but that's just like actually the sound that it made when the lights are flashing. And I think we got a call, I think, from my sister about like if she was okay, or I forgot what she called about, but probably telling us that she was safe. But like she's calling the like house phone like as we're leaving or something, and we're like, we gotta answer the phone. Now, hold on. Crap. How? What the hell? How are we still alive? Shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now, I think I was still pretty into weather at this time, but I think it was mostly because, again, like I said before, when I was in Vegas, we got nothing, and I had this CD that was like rain sounds, which was something that you didn't really hear much in Vegas. And fuck, what? Wait, what? No. Wait. Uh-oh. Am I in queue? What do you mean in queue? What? No, this is happening. It's not my internet. This is just something that's happening. I've never seen this I don't think I've ever seen this in my life. What do you mean 50 players ahead of me in queue? What is that? What does that even mean? This is like some kind of beta? What's going on? UK, I'm restarting the game. Weird. Okay, it's still saying I'm playing it, so I need to wait for that to go away. That'll take a second. What the heck was that? Okay, be right back then. Okay, something's happening to the Blizzard servers. Now it's saying 200 players ahead of you. Like what? I'm sorry, what? Let me hold on, let's see what's going on with Twitter. Let's type in Overwatch. DDoS? Maybe. We'll see. We will see. Yep. Yeah, something's going on. Are you serious? I better not get fucking suspended for this bullshit. Threw me out of my fucking match. Overwatch devs, for once in your life, stop being completely useless. That's what someone says, obviously. This person says, Overwatch, you better not fucking penalize me for your fuck up. Overwatch crashed. Not the Overwatch servers dying in the middle of the workshop sculpting. I'm going to bed now. Yeah. Yeah, this is, yeah. Everything went down. Everything. This person says, how to make an Elder Scrolls show. Call it the Elder Scrolls Caravan Tales. Make it an anthology series. Stories, episodes are isolated and cover parts of Tamriel. Can range from horror to romance. Mike the Liar is the narrator, so no lore breaks. I don't think so. Someday I'll like someone's idea, but it is not today. I don't like the idea of it being like, oh, we're gonna have Mike the Liar do it so that like nothing you see can be trusted. It's like, then why even bother having a fucking show? That would literally just piss me off so much. Like, unrelated narrator is great in books and stuff, but like from a show perspective, especially like from a guy who literally just like is notorious for exaggerating the truth and stuff, it's like then what you're seeing just would fall completely short. Hmm. 50 play. I'm not actually waiting to see if this fixes itself, because at this point it's like, why bother? But yeah, I guess I should just raid. They should do a show about a group of adventurers on the Fighters Guild, something relatively low key, so it doesn't mess with the lore. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be low key. It just has to be accurate. Like, I mean, I don't expect them to have it be something enormous, but like, they had 2 novels, right? I mean, if you're gonna have 2 novels, you could have a series the same way. I don't expect them to make a show off of the actual events of the game. That's not gonna happen. I don't think, and Fallout doesn't do that either for good reason. Like, that's just a big problem. So you would need it to be its own thing. I don't. The thing is, though, is like, I mean, I guess they could make it. Doesn't making it low key is a safe bet. Yeah, you don't have to worry about. I guess, I don't know, because like you could like think about it, like if they made an Elder Scrolls TV series after Oblivion but before Skyrim, you could have a TV series about the Void Knights, right? And then like you play Skyrim and you read about the Void Knights, and it's like oh hey, I remember watching the show and that happened in the show, but like, that's a huge lore thing, right? The Void Knights is a big like cataclysmic event for like the Khajiit. And it's a big lore thing, but you could still like just communicate it through a different medium. Yeah, see, now it's struggling. Look at it struggle as it tries so hard to connect. Yeah, this is probably some kind of DDoS, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't, yeah, but not everyone's gonna watch the show. Many people that will might not play the games, right? So nothing is mandatory, right? Like, you don't have to play Elder Scrolls 4 to play Elder Scrolls 5. So the TV series would be the same way, right? Nothing is mandatory in the Elder Scrolls. You can hop in anywhere. It's like Final Fantasy, except it's all connected. So it's I mean, I guess if you want to keep it simple so that you don't lose people, I guess. But I think that you can still have it be something that's like big without caring, because I don't like it, having an event be enormous. It all just depends on your point of view, really. And having an event be enormous like the Void Knights doesn't mess with the lore. I don't understand why big event equals mess with lore. Unless they like show like, oh, this is what happened to the Dwemer. That would mess with the lore. But yeah, the main reason is like I don't like the Mike the Liar thing because it's like literally you can't enjoy the show because you're just watching what it's like. Okay, did this happen or not? And it's like that's not fun. I mean, like if you're in the game reading a book and it's from someone's perspective, yeah, sure. But it's coming from a guy who literally has liar in his name, and if like every author in the Elder Scrolls had liar in their name, then the series would be a lot less fun because it literally you wouldn't trust anything anyone was saying. There's authors all over the Elder Scrolls that like you're like this is a credible author, and what they're saying holds up to like what we've seen and comparing to the studies of his peers. Right? I think it would just be a big waste of time to have it be, like, from what Maik says. How would the UESP even handle that? It's like, it could be, but maybe, I don't know. I mean, like, think of it this way. Like, a lot of times in my lore facts, I do things like, seems to be, or studies say, or scholars believe. Like, I'll do things like that. But, like, is your source really going to be Mike the Liar? At that point, that's not a credible source, and everything that you're watching, you could pretty much assume is probably just not true. And so it instantly disconnects me from the material. I just don't like the idea. The Conan stories are mostly secondhand accounts of Conan's feat. Maybe do something like that. I don't understand why you need that though. Just have it. Just have a show. Just do the show. I mean, they did 2 novels, right? At that point, just do a show. It doesn't have to be of the novels, but like they've already done it. If you want to do an anthology series, fine. That's okay with me. But like, I don't know. Some people get too drunk on the unreliable narrator thing, and it pisses me off. Maybe this Overwatch 2 crash has something to do with Talon. Maybe this is all just part of the Talon thing they're doing. It's just lore. Talon is hacking the servers. Yes, exactly. This is Sombra hacking Overwatch. Well, it's a good thing, I guess, that Minty didn't get on. Well, I guess I should find someone to raid. Maybe it just became too powerful. Not the way I was playing. I was really struggling on that as Freya. Trying to get the supports, but they were too slippery. Let's see. Let's raid Trixie Nixie. She's playing some Diablo 4. I will be live, obviously, today at like 11:30 p.m. Central Time. to start my weekend. So the streams shouldn't be stopping. How many streams in a row will that be? It'd be like 10 streams in a row or something. It's like I'm on my vacation, but I just took 3 extra days off because of the ice. Well, I guess taking the day off isn't the right wording. They literally told me to not show up, so it was their idea. Thank God. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here for the very small Overwatch portion of the stream, and I really hope they fix these servers. Bye.